So I took my darling elderly mumsy to see the exhibition at the Auckland Memorial Museum. It's the exhibition of the Greek antiquities, and it's come from the British Museum. The exhibition is called Ancient Greeks, Athletes, Warriors, and Heroes. I'm always interested in any very, very old statues that show winged gods, and that's mainly because of my dreams where the people all wore cloaks that looked like wings. So hence my extreme interest in the artifacts that have the wings. But I'm just going to breeze over what we saw, and I always like to get into the detail. So you'll see some detailed close-up shots of these amazing statues and artifacts. And of course, if you want to know more about the reason that I'm so interested in really old things, you could check out my other channel, which is Dreams in Atlantis Prior World. And on that channel, I actually discuss my various dreams and all the things that I've been searching for while I was in Egypt. It's just so nice when antiquities actually come to your country so that you can see them without travelling long distance. You know, I appreciate what museums do. I think it's a wonderful thing. Although I am in two minds as to whether antiquities should in fact return to their country of origin and then just be lent out to museums so that they always go back to where they came from. But it's kind of, two minds about that, because one mind says, well, if they stayed in their country of origin and something happened there, then all of those beautiful artifacts would be lost. And yet, that's where they belong. So, yeah, just a quandary that I often have. And I certainly felt that way when I was in Egypt. And I looked at the places where the obelisks had been and had been taken and to other places. And, they were no longer where they should be in Egypt. I suspect there's actually quite a lot of interesting things that I should be investigating when it comes to Greek and Roman myths, because I have had a few things pointed out to me about some of the similarities with the Greek myths, not only to the Egyptian myths, but also to the dreams that I've had. So one of these days, when I've got a bit of time on my hands, I might actually investigate it a bit closer. And I did recently read The Odyssey with someone who had made the observation of the similarities. So we read it and commented together, and it was quite interesting in many respects. So going to this exhibition has actually reminded me that I really should read up on my myths, and it could be quite interesting for me. So the things like, for example, this piece here, the 12 Labours of Heracles. Anyway, if you find yourself in Auckland in the near future, then I do strongly recommend you go to this exhibition. It really is very beautiful, and you can easily spend quite a long time just fascinating over all the various things. There was one thing that I missed on the list that was unmissable, and that was the pin of Nike, the goddess of victory. And when I looked on the brochure, I saw that I had actually missed seeing it. And I would have liked to see that, so I have just included a little bit from the brochure where it mentions it. And I finished off my time at the museum by having a quick stroll around the Maori exhibits. It's always a pleasure to remind yourself the country you come from and the beautiful culture that exists here.